Hey, what's going on, America? Today is January 7th, 2021, and this is Break the Chains Media. My name is Corey. We're going to get right into it, okay, folks? It is the day after America stood still, and electoral votes have been counted, and President-elect Biden is incoming. So watch out! Get ready! Because, the thing, right? It's the thing. Anyway, so President Trump just recently put out a video of him. I wouldn't say it's conceding, but it is him saying that there will be a peaceful transfer of power to the next administration. And he goes on to, actually starts by condemning the violence yesterday, condemning the intruders, saying that it's a disgrace. I mean, he speaks just as much as every American agrees. We all agree that what happened in the Capitol building and how they did all the things that they did is just, it's not part of what the event was there for. You have a right to peaceful protest, but you intruded and infiltrated a federal building. I mean, earlier in the year, when BLM was destroying I think it was the church, or no, it was the federal. It was another federal building, but they same treatment applies. So it's that is something to be acknowledged for. Anyways, it's just all the stuff happening. It's just been a very wild ride, and we're just 1 week into the new year. So 13 days left of Donald Trump's presidency, as far as I understand it, and it's sad for me. I mean, I wish he would have gone to see another term. Honestly, I know everyone hates the way he talks. I personally don't like the way he talks. He's very brash, and he's rude, and he's inconsiderate. But I feel like he had American people in his interest and in heart. All we can do now is just focus on your family, focus on making your life better. What are you going to do in 2021 to make yourself better? How are you going to build on what has happened and what you've gone through? But before we get into all the other stuff, I've got stuff in regards to Chinese intelligence. I've got stuff, just general stuff about how I feel the next 4 years, the next decade's going to play out. It's going to be real interesting. But first, if you could hit the subscribe button, like, share, follow. If you like this kind of content of a guy blabbing to you about whatever he thinks and feels, please, let someone know about it. I'm just trying to kick off. I know the big YouTube censors and social media censors are probably going to freak out because I'm one of those radical guys, I guess. But, we got to get our voice out. We have a right to speak our mind, and here I am doing it. So, that being said, I don't know if I can actually play what I have here, but, screw it. Let's give it a shot, all right? Let's see what he says. The first couple, maybe it's only 2 minutes long.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order.
See, I mean, that's
the
the first thing he
demonstrators
brings
who
up.
infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
Yep,
We have
he
just
said the
been
same
through
stuff
an intense
to the other
election,
people,
and emotions are high. But now tempers must be cooled.
Yeah, we got to
calm restored.
Yeah, we gotta get back to it. So we gotta get back to just trying to work together. I know that there's a lot of division, and to be honest, I don't see much of that happening. He's got 100+ congresspersons trying to invoke the 25th Amendment on him. They're trying to get him for trying to impeach him again. He's got 13 days left. Just finish the administration, finish the term, and just move on. But no, they're fighting tooth and nail to keep him to just get him out as soon as possible. Pelosi was pushing Trump. Pelosi was pushing Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment. So I don't see the Democrats giving up. They see conservatives, they see Republicans as domestic terrorists. Complete just disenfranchised to their agenda, the Democratic agenda. I mean, rightfully. I mean, to be clear, you have just the Democrats are. I am not a Republican, and I am not a Democrat, but I voted for both. I voted for both in the past. And to be clear, I just want freedom. I want liberty. I want the ability to make my business succeed, ability to take care of my family. I want to have the Constitution not just looked at from time to time when it's convenient, but all the time. And these politicians need to be held accountable. They need to be, personally, term limits, 2 terms for anyone that serves, and if they serve for that amount of time, they shouldn't get paid 6 figures. They should get basically our tax money should pay for their living expenses and their travel expenses. Everything else, they don't get paid. They shouldn't get paid. They should be in the investment to do their job for the investment of American people and the American democracy and the way we run our government, But I honestly don't see that happening. We've got politicians that in there for decades, multiple, almost 47 years. We got President-elect Biden's been in there for 47 years. What'd he do? 94 crime bill. That's one of the main things that he's pushed. Not to mention all of his racist rhetoric and things from the past, and now he's just cognitive decline is just off the rails. And Commie law, she's gonna probably swoop in at some point. I can't see Biden finishing a term, to be honest. I hope for his best health, but at the end of the day, I mean, we all know it's the thing that it's gonna affect him. The thing is gonna affect him. But yeah. So he's got foreign ties with foreign countries. His interests do not see American people and the American family at its core. And that's what bothers me the most about it, because I feel like in the next few years we're going to have a shifting of our economy, a shifting of our wealth. We're basically going to become a useless eater consumer nation that's going to rely on Chinese infrastructure, Chinese industry, Chinese manufacturing, and we're just going to wait for the new iPhone. We're going to wait for the new toys. We're just going to consume, and that's all we're going to do. And we're not going to produce anything. And Trump was one of the guys that was trying to have American manufacturers and production here. Make America great, and that's what makes us great, is being able to invent and make things. That's what makes us great. That's what made us great for so many decades. But it's a tough time for everyone right now, and cool heads have to make forward. Cool heads gotta what's the term? Cool heads have to prevail. That's right. But yeah. So you got that. I have this other thing I just pulled up from the Washington Examiner. Intelligence analysts downplayed Chinese election influence to avoid supporting Trump policies. The inspector finds today was reported. Basically, what it comes down to is, they found stuff from John Ratcliffe that China played a role, and you have former Republican congressman from Texas signed a 3-page unclassified letter on Thursday, also obtained by the Washington Examiner, in which he contends that, from my unique vantage point, the individual who consumes all the U.S. government's most sensitive intelligence on the People's Republic of China. I do not believe the majority views expressed by the intelligence community analysts fully accurately reflect the scope of the Chinese government's efforts to influence the 2020 U.S. federal elections. So, that being said, I mean, what's China to gain from Trump losing the election? You know, what I just listed off: their manufacturing, their industry, probably stock markets, all these things are going to lean heavy towards in China's favor. And you're going to have all the pundits and all the people say, oh, you know, it's China. It's going to be a tough on China. Biden will be a tough on China kind of guy. Okay, give me a break. Let me see it. I'll see it when it happens, right? Yeah, okay. Give me a break. No, it's, this goes on for a long time, but IC has not, so they talk about Kremlin directly aiding any candidate's reelection. So it's just kind of interesting, I saw, but that was on the Washington Examiner. So, you know, that being said, it's just a very interesting time, and we're going to have to move forward as effortlessly and effectively as we can. But at the end of the day, this is what I see. What happened yesterday is going to be used as a talking point by the left as one of the main reasons why we need to lose more freedoms, lose more liberties. Our rights will be eroded further. It's basically a watershed moment. You're going to have the same kind of legal policies and legal pushes that happened after 9/11. I mean, after 9/11, we got the Patriot Act. What's going to happen, even though what happened yesterday was pales in comparison to what happened in 9/11. They will use that. When does a tragedy not be used for a political gain? You're going to have these Democrats, Republicans too. I mean, these Republicans, they're rhinos and dinos. They're all there. They're all playing for the same game. It's the elites against us. It's the elites against who don't have power. And people that have power always want more power. And they're just going to keep pushing, stay in your homes, buy things online, everything's digital. We're going to move away from money. Everything's going to be digital. We're going to have digital transactions, and the jobs are going to sink. It's going to be a stagnated economy for the next 4 years, at least. You know, Trump had a great economy, and we're here seeing the tail end of it after all of the the shenanigans happening this year with the masks and stuff, all that. You know, we're going to have to keep dealing with it. But I don't know, just a couple more thoughts I wanted to put out there for the world to hear. Again, I'm going to finish up here. My name's Corey, and this is Break the Chains Media. If you want to follow me on BitChute, please follow me on BitChute. Follow me on Patreon. Follow me on Twitter. And I just kind of have a free-flowing discussion. Just want to talk. Just want to hear people's thoughts, because nothing's going to get better if we don't air our grievances without storming federal buildings. So the best place to start is on the digital interwebs. And here we are. So with that being said, I'm going to sign out and just keep fighting for freedom.